Joining me now is Northeastern State men's soccer coach Rob Czlonka. Coach, you're about to start the 2016 campaign. Just first of all, kind of give your overall synopsis on how you think the season's going to go, and some things you'd like to see early on in the year.
Well, I think we're going to be a hardworking young group of guys. Really excited about what we are bringing to the table early doors here in preseason. The guys are getting to know each other, and what I hope everybody sees early on is a group of men working together defensively, running very fast and communicating well and working hard as a team.
You bring a lot of new faces into the fold here this season. Just touch a little bit on about what's different about this year in terms of years that you've had in the past of having to you have all these new kids coming in terms of getting them to gel together and cohesion and things like that.
We brought in a lot of new faces this year. We had a huge graduating class last year of a lot of quality guys who have been with me for my time here. So with all these new faces, it brings new opportunity, and they are all looking at that as a chance to seize a position, seize playing time, whether they're freshmen or transfer students. So as they're playing hard and working hard, they are also getting to know one another, becoming friends and making bonds. And in the end, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a group of guys that together are a family off the field, and on the field they battle for one another.
With that being said, you obviously, it seems like every year you have a solid group of returning players. So talk about your captains, your returning group as a whole. You got a lot of good talented kids coming back.
The returning guys are fantastic. They have been part of the core of our team for the last few years. Even with that large class that we graduated last year, Trevor Reed is one of our captains, and he's kind of a field general, and he's out there with a great engine, working very hard, and he's got a really good level of soccer IQ, and his talent is there to match it. So he's really generally leading the team on the field. And Jackson Biles is a senior captain and goal. It's hard to feel bad about a seat going into a season when you have somebody with so much experience and so much talent, so much wisdom in the net for you. So we're confident that those two guys will be a great bit of leadership for us. But adding in guys like Joe Garcia, who was freshman of the year last year, and then other seniors like Austin Dinkle and Landon Merrill coming in with their athleticism and their experience. Those guys are really providing for us. And then we've got a few guys who have been with us for last spring that are transfer students. Eddie Wild, big, tall guy who's got a lot of college experience, who's been with us, like I said, in the spring, and he's doing well for us too. And so we think that those guys are not only going to be good leaders for us, but they're going to be the glue that binds our team together.
Do you think there might be any kind of potential, let's just say like chip on the shoulder for those guys coming back? You got to 12 wins last year, had another fantastic season, but just barely missed out on the postseason. So, you think they're a little extra hungry to get the season going and get back to the postseason?
Well, they're definitely hungry to get the season going. Last year was last year. We always talk about having short memories, whether it's a positive thing or a negative thing. We can only live by what we're doing in the moment. And so those guys, they want to prove themselves now. They want to live in this moment and have a great 2016 season and see how far they can go. And they're working through their goals right now. They're working through their team rules and stuff. And those things show the character that those guys have. And I think with the character that I've seen, they could accomplish anything.
Last question. Conference in the region as a whole is always competitive. Just talk a little bit about what it's going to take to kind of rise to the top of the region, the conference, things like that.
Can't think like that right now. We've got to think one game at a time.
Mm-hmm.
We've got great opponents in our region and in our conference. Fort Hays, Upper Iowa, and Lindenwood are always competitive programs, but you can't take Southwest Baptist, who's improving every day, for granted. We can't take some of these other teams for granted. So the schedule we have is a tough schedule, and we need to take it one game at a time and make sure we put all our chips on the table every time we play.
Well, you take it one game at a time. Obviously, you've got a couple of exhibitions, but September 1st, you guys are ready to go, and we're all looking forward to getting the season underway, Coach. So best of luck this year.
Thank you very much.